Friends, my name is Ashok Sijala. In this session, we'll learn the query string state management, and that is a client-side technique. So let us start. First, I share my laptop screen, and here Microsoft Visual Studio Express for Web Edition is open, and basic website folder is already open. In File menu, I take new file. Here, Visual C# is there, web form file is there, and here give the name of file, and that is query string underscore state. Okay, so just press add button, and here we can fix our title, and that is a query string state. Okay, query string state management is work on client side, and we can pass one page data to another page, and maximum we have to pass 255 characters. So there is the limitation data, and that is not secure method because your data is show in URL. So URL means uniform resource allocator, and you cannot put your sensitive data like online transaction, OTP, or any bank password. So how it's work, query string on client side, we can check at example with help of practical. So we cannot consume our time to designing, and my previous video lecture I can prepare one student info form. So I just take 3 rows of that form just for design and copy and close this first file, so we identify easily, and here I division tag, copy and paste. Okay, in this example table tag is used, so first I close the table tag and then panel close. Okay, now that position we have applied, so looking for better. Okay, so here panel is start and table tag is there, and here table row trtd we have to provide. Okay, now there are 3 rows: roll number, name and gender, and here single radio button is there, so we have to provide the group name, and here we can provide first text box txtrno, that is id, second for txtnm, and radio button rbm male and rb female, so we can use in coding. Okay, now take next row to submit our data, and just here and take that td, and that td only one that row controls of false span you to provide, and here take one submit button, and that id bt submit run at server side, and tax is a submit, and font bold, so that is true. Font we have to take the size, and that's large, and 4 color we have to provide, and that's dark blue. We just close the button, and let us check our design. Okay, yes, so there is a label, there is text box, there is a label, there is text box, gender, there is label, and 2 radio button single, so we have to provide the group, and here our button you have to select, and just I move left margin, so center of that row. Okay, and just save, and now our first file design is ready, so I just click on submit button, so our code bl file is open, and that file give the second file page reference, so I take in file menu new web page, and here new file option, and Visual C# web form file is there, and here we provide like here we provide the name show query string dot a, okay, already by given by the website, query string, and just press add. So So here in that file we take one label, second file, that's id like lbl answer, run it server side, and text just output, that is placeholder. We can identify the label. So our second file design is just one label. Now we can provide in first file code behind our button submit click event, and we first take one string variable and that s1 and provide blank, and provide if condition taking to our radio button value like rbm. So that is made dot check properties there, and that is written boolean, so we have to provide directly if condition. So here s1 equal to rb m dot text, so that text provide to the s1 label, and same as else part rb f, that is female, and that text we have to supply. If condition is false, then that radio button text to s1. Okay, now our one line important coding response, that is a member of page class, and redirect method is there. So here we provide our second file name, and first we have to tilde sign slash, that is refer the current working website folder, and that is in this case basic demo folder is there. Okay, show query string dot aspx. So our, like here we can give show query string dot aspx. Okay, so there is no problem. And now question, that is symbol question mark, and now we can provide our key rno, key and its appropriate value equal to double quotes and plus sign. Our first text box we have to show in the design txt rno is there, and that text we have to find, so that value supply to rno, that is key and that is appropriate value. We can pass this value at runtime. And now ampersand, that is a binding to the second field to url. So here we can pass the student name as nm equal sign double quote and plus sign, and now second text box text and that id and that text we have to use, plus we have to pass third field, and that is gender gen, just give, and double quote equal sign double quote plus, and s1 that is holding the our radio button value. So here we have to take, so our first file coding is ready to transfer three field to the second file. So response dot redirect tilde sign slash second web page file name aspx question mark, and give the key, and that is you have to provide not any keyword or any symbol you have to use, and just short name give to, so you can easily identify, and here that appropriate value, and same way as name and that's appropriate value, and here gender and that's appropriate value. Okay, so I just save. Okay, now our second file open, but that file there is no any button, so we have to open that code file in solution explorer, and that show here show query string aspx, and that code behind file, I just double click, we can write in page load event. So first we can take one string variable, and that like r for roll number, and request dot query string. Okay, and that index, so our first key that is rm, and dot to string, so that are taking here request query string when right that time the header request header section, and fast convert our value to appropriate key to appropriate value, and this going to the r. So server is a fuzzing typecasting fact, and uh, request header section is there, so that header section query string is there, and that typecast to key and that appropriate value to provide at runtime. Okay, same way we can take two other field to first file, and that is student name. So here I just give s and s s. Okay, yes, s, no problem. There is no other variable, and here for s and m, that is key, and third is a gender, and here we provide like g for gender first method. Okay, now our bind the label tags to all three fields because we have to take all three key to appropriate value in string variable. Now provide heading like roll number, and then we can bind to R. Okay, so that is store roll number. And now br tag name, and then n, that is holding to our variable s. Okay, yes, s we have to provide, and now this we have to br tag, and that is gender heading, and last is g. So there is our second file coding is ready. Let us first we have to run the first file. So here our first file is there. Show query string stat, that is first file, and that is that we have to take the design. Okay, so here our design file is there. Okay, so that first file you have to run. Okay, now both design and coding is ready. Now run our first page. Look at the URL. Query string underscore stat.asp file is running, and now their output is coming. So there is three fields. First, provide the roll number. You can also put the validation control for this page. Here I cannot take, because just we have to. In my previous demo lecture, you can see in YouTube, Ashok Sijala Academy channel. Okay, now you can supply the value and just submit button. So response dot redirect, here URL is, we can change the submit. So here look, our URL is changed. Show query string ASPX file question RNO equal to 1 ampersand, that is bind other SNM, and that equal RAM ampersand GN, and that is a mail. So our three value is printing in the one label. Okay, so that is the example of query string. In that address bar or URL, uniform resource allocator, maximum you have to pass supply to 255 character, and that is not secure because you can see here your value is display, also print. So you can put not your sensitive information in the query string. So query string work on the client side, and let us I just summarize. First you have to take first file design, and there is simple label text box, here student name text box, gender, and two radio button and submit button. There is a design, and also use our table tags or trtd and simple html code. So you have to just refer, there is our design file, so I cannot repeat all the things. And now our code file, there is, we just click on submit button and design tab, and our code file is open, and that we first take the radio button value and response dot redirect. We can take second file and tilde slash, that is second file name. Okay, and question mark, that is part of the syntax, and that is key equal sign, and double quote after plus, and find the text box, that is our text box in that page. So that value is binding to this key appropriate. Same way here, but here is binding the ampersand sign. So that is important. Rest of all the things same. Okay, key and its appropriate value. Value is key and its appropriate value. Okay, now in second file, designing only one label is there, so we can directly write in the page load event, and we can request.QueryString, that is a request header section, give this parse typecasting and our value passed to the R string variable, and same way to other RNO, SNM, and GN. You can look here. We provide this type of variable here. RNO, SNM, and GN. We take in the second file encoding. So that key gives that value in store R, S, and G, and we bind this label text to head with heading, and plus sign is a concatenation operator in C#. So I can think I finish my session. I hope you can enjoy and learn very well what is query string, how it's work. You can take your example. You can pass more 3 to 5 field you can have to pass, but that is limitation. We have to maximum 255 character to pass, and you cannot put your sensitive data. That is a very important point of query string, because query string is work on the client side. Okay, so I hope you can understand. uh, Subscribe my channel Ashok Sijal Academy, press the bell icon to never miss any update, and thanks for watching, sharing, and your supporting, and Hare Krishna.